Hey guys, welcome to Project 8 of Watercolor Jumpstart. Forgot the title for a second there. And today we've kind of got two concepts going on. So the first one is just the strategy of painting a bunch of areas of color and how we know that if we put two areas of color next to each other while they're wet, they're going to bleed into each other. And we don't want that. We want nice clean edges for this project. So we are being strategical in where we place our areas of color and waiting for things to dry, because we don't want it to just, you don't want to paint all these little stripes in order and be just stop and go. It'd be a huge pain. So there is a bit of strategery when you are doing your watercolor painting of what parts do you do at what time. So that is concept number one. So concept number two is the variety of colors you can get from a two paint mixture. So I'm using cobalt blue and quinacridone burnt orange, and those two together are getting me these kind of like dusty shades of purple. And you can see that there's quite a variety in the two colors that we're looking at here. And a well-chosen pairing of colors, you can get quite a variety. So my tip on choosing colors that will give you all of this range would be to choose two opposing colors. Like we've got an orange and a blue. It's kind of more of like a reddish orange. But, if you were to do a yellow and a green, you probably wouldn't see that much variety as like a red and maybe a bluish purple might get you. So think about, practice in your sketchbook, see which colors give you the most interesting mixtures. So that's kind of what's going on here. The painting was inspired by those, those layers that are in the earth. You go to a canyon and you see those little stripies, going up the sides of the rocks. And, like in a science textbook, it shows you all the layers of like sediment, I guess, or I don't know the actual term for it, but it's like, there's like a layer of soil and sand and like limestone or something like that. Those little science kind of illustrations that have this kind of curvy stripe look to them. So that's what inspired this painting, and I really enjoy that concept a lot. And if I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the way this painting turned out. It's kind of my least favorite in the batch. But here's concept 3, bonus concept for you guys. If you make something, first of all, it's like, if it's not going good, just stick with it to the end. Maybe it'll turn out fine. If not, these are small paintings. They don't take that long. It's okay if it doesn't. And also, if it doesn't turn out like how you wanted it to, there's a couple things to think about. First of all, there's 22 other paintings that we're gonna do. If this one isn't your favorite, that's okay. It'll just be one of many and it won't be a big deal. And also, if you just kind of keep redoing things because it's not perfect, it's like you never accomplish anything. I think to a certain degree, done is better than perfect. So being a perfectionist, sometimes you just have to be like, you know what, this is what I've made. It's fine. I'm just going to live with it. But if there's time and energy at the end of this whole thing, I might redo it because I do really like this kind of stripey concept and I'd like to see it better executed. So yeah, I guess there's my 3 concepts for you guys. Looks like I still have a couple minutes left in my speed paint footage. So I'm going to pull a Jenny here and just talk about my feelings. It's Sunday night, May 5th, just finished the most recent Game of Thrones episode, and they are just totally beefing it with that show, and it's a bummer. And you're like, why are you doing a voiceover when you're clearly bummed out? And it's like, because I want to make new paintings. I want to continue with this series. And so it's like, I'm going to do 8 video editing sessions. Like I'm going to get these 8 videos ready to go, almost like a proof of concept, prove to myself I can do it. And then I'm going to work on another batch of paintings and I'll edit those and another batch of paintings and so on. So I really want to work on the paintings. I'm excited for the new stuff coming up. And so it's just like, let's just edit this last one. So yeah. That is me right now. So, sorry, day 8 is a bummer. So if you think it's a bummer too, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? Tell me that you feel sad also about Game of Thrones, or or you can cheer me up and tell me how much you're enjoying this whole process. So let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to have those linked below. And as always, use the hashtag JumpStartWithJenny because, hey, maybe y'all have totally owned this little stripey assignment better than I did, and I would love to see it. So I will talk to you tomorrow with a kind of layering color mixing kind of painting. So I'm excited about that one. So I will see you then. Have a good rest of the day. Bye, guys.